Hi everybody! I know I haven't been making a lot of YouTube videos lately. Admittedly, I think I've said this before, the majority of my energy is going to TikTok, and I know some of you are like, ew, TikTok! I like TikTok, deal with it, alright? And I apologize for any background noise you hear. I have my windows open because it's warm in here. That's one of the reasons why Molly isn't upstairs right now, because she'd rather be downstairs where it's cooler. And so, I know TikTok has a bad rap, but you know what? It's a lot more than cringy dancing, okay? I do a lot of cosplay on that app. There's a lot of people that educate on that app. I have actually learned a lot on that app, and I actually have some really great news. That vegan teacher's main account got banned. Praise the gods! Praise all the gods in the universe. Her main account got banned. Unfortunately, she still has her other accounts up, such as That Vegan Nurse, where she makes a lot of super sexual videos and aims it at minors. I don't know if Canada has a sex offender registry, but if they do, she needs to be on it. Okay, for a long time now, I've called her the Fred Phelps of veganism because she acts just like a member of the Westboro Baptist Church. And for those who don't know, Fred Phelps, may he burn forever in hell, is the founder of the Westboro Baptist Church. It's not a real church. Real churches don't preach hate. Okay, if you're a member of the Westboro Baptist Church, you're not a Christian. Okay, you're not a real Christian. That being said, so she's as nasty and as evil as a member of the Westboro Baptist Church. But with the sexual videos aimed at minors, I have been calling her Vegan Epstein lately. Because she's coming off very much like a pedophile. She's coming off very much like a pedophile trying to groom minors. Somebody would start her up like a, I don't know if that's a weed whacker or what. I don't want to have to close my windows. It's hot. Fine. For the record, yes, it was a weed whacker. It's been cold, 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 which it's supposed to be, or at least cold for us Californians. And then all of a sudden, it's hot again. Freaking climate change. And there's people that try to say it isn't real. Anyway. So her main account is banned, but she still has that Vegan Nurse account where she makes a lot of sexual material aimed at minors, and she changed the name of one of her accounts to That Holocaust Teacher, in which she makes a lot of anti-Semitic videos. She keeps comparing eating meat to the Holocaust. The two are nothing alike, okay? I am sorry. If you compare animal agriculture to genocide, because we're not trying to commit genocide of cows and genocide of chickens, and trust me, cows are treated like royalty, okay? It's the underpaid workers who are treated badly in dairy and meat, not the cows, all right? And the chickens, there does need to be reform in the chicken industry, I will admit. But trust me, the crap you hear from liars like PETA, which they're equivalent to the Klan, in my opinion, because of how hateful and nasty and violent they are. It's nothing alike. You're comparing oranges to poison spikes. I'm sorry. If you compare eating meat to the Holocaust, you're an anti-Semite. You might as well start wearing white robes and pointed hats and start burning crosses on people's lawns, or start wearing a swastika and going around looking for your friend Kyle who's about this high. That's just it. But yes, her main account got banned. We're just trying to work on the others now. So, ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch, old witch, the vegan witch. Ding dong, the vegan witch is dead. We're also she's hated even by her fellow vegans. There's some of them that actually said, I hate her so much I want to start drinking milk again. just so I don't have to be associated with her, you know. And so it's not a problem with vegans in general. It's a problem with a nasty, horrible person, all right, who is to veganism what the Westboro Baptist Church is to Christianity. So, yeah, other than that, I do like TikTok. For one thing, I got a lot more followers there, I admit, which is another subject I want to bring up today. I keep getting emails now that I have over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube from multiple people, and I don't know if I should trust them or not, saying, hey, we want to help you make money with your YouTube. And I am very leery, you know, because you know how I taste test hot sauces and stuff? Now, with the Trailer Park Boys one that I got, they sent it to me for free, plus they gave me discounts on future purchases, which, thank you, because my mom is obsessed with that sauce, and she's had me order her multiple bottles, and I actually had to order a bottle for a coworker who's a fan of the show. My mom has it on everything. She actually, if the guy from Trailer Park Boys, whatever the show is named, the hot sauce company that's making it, is watching this, my mom would like to make a commercial for you. She loves your hot sauce that much. But now they sent me their bottle for free. I had another lady who wanted me to try her sauce, but she wanted me to wire her $60. I did not trust that. It seems to me that if she wanted me to taste test her sauce, then she needed to send it to me either for free or for a lot cheaper. And I'm not going to make a direct bank transfer, link my bank account to somebody else's, and possibly give my personal information away to somebody I don't know. Alright? So I'm very leery, and there's just the fact that I don't really have an amazing YouTube channel. Let's admit it. I have a no-name camera, which makes editing extremely hard because I can't use most editing software with this camera. I would love to have a name brand camera so I could start doing some editing with some easy-to-use editing software, because I would love to do movie reviews of some of the movies that I grew up with as a child that I don't see anybody reviewing. I would love to do movie reviews of, like, the original Bad News Bears and the Pippi Longstocking movies that I grew up with, and old horror movies that I grew up with, some Bela Lugosi and Vincent Price and all that jazz. You know, the really, really old stuff. I would love to do that, but I don't have a name brand camera. So I don't know how I would be able to make money with my YouTube channel. My TikTok channel, however, I have almost 40,000 followers there. I have over 38,000, you know, and it's rapidly growing to where I'm almost at 40,000. I'm close to 39,000. And I realize that in the terms of TikTok, that's not a big deal, because you've got Scotty Wartooth, who has over 1 million. You've got Youth Pastor Ryan, who just hit over 3 million. But I think for a middle-aged woman whose main claims to fame on TikTok is making a video in which I pointed out that Jesus blessed a gay couple in the Bible, so therefore Jesus is an LGBTQA plus ally. And yes, he did. The centurion and his slave were boyfriends. So Jesus blessed a gay couple in the Bible. He healed the slave, and then he said, look at how amazing these two are. Look at their loyalty to each other. Look at how this centurion has more faith in me than many of you people out here, you know, because he thought I could heal his boyfriend from just standing where I'm standing, you know. And this is just an amazing dude right here. He's got an amazing boyfriend. They're, you know, so that's one of my claims to fame on TikTok, where I ended the video with "Praise the Lord and vaccinate your children." People really love that. I thought about putting it on a T-shirt and selling it, but I couldn't find a T-shirt website design website design site that would let me do it the way I wanted. I tried Teespring and everything, and I just couldn't do it. There's that. I also, you know, when I'm cosplaying Adaphasia, the Greek goddess of gluttony, one of the things I'm doing is I'm making videos in which she's telling people, hey, you need to take care of yourself right now. You need to drink water. You need to get sleep. You need to say no to people when you are overwhelmed. And you just, you can't be saying yes to everything all the time. You need to take time for yourself and take care of yourself. And people really like those videos. By the way, I may have found Adaphasia's Roman counterpart. I found in a random mythology encyclopedia at my work, a small entry. The name is spelled almost exactly the same, but there's 2 D's instead of 1. And she's the Roman goddess of joy. And she's supposed to be surrounded with bowls of food. So she sounds, because the similarities in the names, almost exact same spelling, the description of being surrounded by bowls of food, but being the Roman goddess of joy, that seems to me to be Adaphasia's Roman counterpart, because we know that Zeus is Jupiter, Hera is Juno, Ares is Mars, Athena is Minerva, and so on and so forth. Very few of them had their names changed. There's Heracles, because he was supposed to be an honor to Hera, even though Zeus raped a different woman. He's raped everybody that he was with. He didn't love any of his lovers. He was a rapist. Even though Heracles was his mother was somebody that wasn't Hera, despite what Disney would tell you. Heracles becomes Hercules, but almost exactly the same name. And then the other big thing because I've got this sweater that I bought off of Amazon that's considered an ugly Halloween sweater, and you'll see it in some of the videos that I've posted here to YouTube that I've taken from my TikTok. And with that, I built a character that I simply call Vampire Fangirl, because I've been studying vampire folklore since I was in 5th grade. And I started doing vampire folklore videos as Vampire Fangirl. I do other videos as her as well, but I started, again, people are really interested in that vampire folklore stuff that they haven't heard of. I just did a whole video debunking that joke about, there's a joke that involves the song Africa by Toto, and they're like, I realize why there are no vampires down in Africa. Vampires are killed by holy water, which they're not, and they bless the rains down in Africa. Well, first of all, that song, Africa, the composer himself said, that song is about a guy who's never been to Africa. He's never been to Africa. So I don't think his blessings mean much. 2, there actually is no folklore outside of things like Bram Stoker's Dracula and Hollywood lore that says that religious objects in any way kill European vampires, okay? Considering how many religions there just in just Europe alone, I don't think Christianity is the only religion that can affect a vampire if religious items could kill vampires. No. And 3, there actually are at least 4 different types of vampire-like beings in African folklore. I can't pronounce their names because I'm a dumb white woman, but you can look it up yourself. So those are my main claims to fame on TikTok, and it's gotten me a lot of followers. So maybe I'm not a huge account, but I was just saying, my point is, you would think that if they really wanted me to market their products and stuff, it would be my TikTok account where I have a lot more followers that they would be focused on than my YouTube. I don't know. So, and it's not like they can't find my TikTok, because for one thing, I post my TikTok videos on YouTube, because sometimes with them I can do what I would like to do on YouTube, like the Adaphasia video that I just uploaded recently, in which I have her talk about the difference between a fedora and a tribly. because this is really driving me crazy with the nice guys and the incels and all that they keep calling a Tribly hat a fedora. A Tribly is not a fedora. And with my TikTok video, I was actually able to edit in an image of an actual Tribly and an actual fedora. You know, if I had the ability, if I had a camera in which I could use easier to use editing software, I would make a YouTube video showing images of Triblys and fedoras and talking about the book Tribly, the novel. I haven't read it, but I know enough about it. You know, there are some classic novels that I've tried to read it. And I've tried to read George DeMar's daughter's works. You know, she's wrote things like Rebecca and the one that got turned into the movie The Birds by Alfred Hitchcock. He also turned Rebecca into a movie. But some of those classic novels, like I have a really hard time reading Jane Austen. You know, excuse me. I just can't get through some of them. I tried to read The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins, and I had to toss it aside after one chapter. I just could not get into it. You know, I don't know. But I would have done a more in-depth video for YouTube if I had the editing capabilities. But I was able to do it with my TikTok account very easily because it's so user-friendly. And that's one of the reasons why I like TikTok so much. If I had a video camera where I could edit the same way I do on TikTok, where I can pause the video, put in the clip or image that I want on the camera itself, do a voiceover, you know, then I would probably make more YouTube videos. Because that editing within the camera, I hear that you can do it with an iPhone. I cannot afford an iPhone. If I could afford an iPhone, I would buy an iPhone. I can afford an Android. I cannot afford an iPhone. Unless somebody wants to buy me an iPhone. You know. But like I was saying, it's not like they can't find my TikTok. Besides the fact that I upload my TikTok videos to YouTube, at least some of them, I also have my link tree, which you notice, where I have my TikTok account linked, so they can find it through that. You know, and I've got my wish lists, and I know I have a lot of wish lists. One of those wish lists, like, completely ignore the one, if you go to my link tree, completely ignore the one that talks about heart-shaped jewelry. I made that wish list simply because there were so many videos on TikTok from women saying, women don't want heart-shaped jewelry. Women don't want... Honey, I would love some heart-shaped jewelry, okay? So I made that wish list solely based on those little videos, to be just a little bit sarcastic there. You can just send me your heart-shaped jewelry if you don't want it. I like heart-shaped jewelry. But that one can be completely ignored. That was just made out of pure snark. The only one that I really care about is my cosplay one, because I want to build a hippie Riddler cosplay. The Riddler is really the only DC character I like. And my favorite Riddler is Frank Gorshin from the 1960s Batman. But I seem to be getting an ugly tie collection going, and I bought this super ugly tie at a thrift store for $1. Let me get it up close so you can see it in all its ugly glory. If I can get it in front of the camera. Sometimes it's hard to do these. Look at how beautifully ugly it is. I call it my flower power tie. And I want to build a hippie Riddler cosplay. You know, make riddles, not war, Batman. All around this tie. So I've got stuff on my cosplay wish list specifically for that. Now, if I find a green shirt at a thrift store, obviously that green shirt's going to come off my wish list. If I find a hippie vest, you know, a fringed vest at a thrift store, and this is all depending on if they fit me, obviously, then obviously that's going to come off my wish list. But, you know, there's some things like the Riddler question mark cane and stuff that It's just going to be easier to get off of Amazon because, you know, there's a plague going on. I can't exactly go to the costume shop. You know, I really shouldn't even be going to thrift stores, except I may or may not be vaccinated already because I joined the Johnson & Johnson vaccine trials for COVID-19. I may have gotten the vaccine. I may have gotten the placebo. I won't know until the testing is done. But if I got the placebo, I'm one of the first in line for the real vaccine. So, you know, but still, I shouldn't be taking chances. But it does get annoying to be in the house all the time, except for work. I'm rambling. I'm kind of out of it because I did gardening this morning. The garden is going in a little bit late because we wanted to do a whole bunch of stuff to the soil first, and that included putting lime in the soil, which sweetens or kind of levels out the pH. And we had trouble finding lime because the lime that we wanted to use for some reason can't be shipped to California, even though it's a super reliable company and their other products are shipped to California, but there's some sort of blockage of shipping their lime to California. Instead, we had to spend a lot more for lime that's labeled organic. Lime is an inorganic substance. You cannot have organic lime. There's no such thing as organic lime because lime is inorganic. I am so sick of this organic scam. It's a bunch of people who fear science, and it's driving up prices. Like, I used to be able to get a 3-pound box of bone meal or blood meal for $3.50. Then they put organic on the label, and suddenly it's $8, and you actually get less in the box. It's only like 2.8 pounds now. It's not even a full 3-pound box. And I've looked at other brands, and they all say organic, and they all charge between $8 and $10 simply because they have that organic label for the exact same price, exact same product, exact same composition that used to be sold for a lot cheaper back before they put organic on the label. I mean, between this and that stupid non-GMO project, which needs to be disbanded because it's a scam, putting non-GMO on salt. Salt doesn't have genes. You can't genetically modify something that doesn't have genes. Non-GMO salt. Oh my God. All salt is non-GMO. It's a mineral. And the only... I'm going to give you my number one argument. I've given this before. My number one argument for being pro-GMO and anti-organic. You know who hates GMOs the most? Anti-vaxxers. Anti-vaxxer wackadoos hate GMOs. They think GMOs actually are full of substances that make you mentally controlled by the government, just like they say about vaccines. It's nonsense, by the way. So anything that anti-vaxxers hate, we should all be going for, because you know if they hate it, it's actually good for you. Because we're talking about people who give their children bleach enemas. Freaking bleach enemas instead of life-saving vaccines. They put essential oils in food, especially that doTERRA and Young Living crap. You can get better quality essential oils from Dollar Tree. And essential oils don't go in food. You know, and then you got Jilly Juice, which, oh my God. Jilly Juice is so stupid. It's all you do is you take cabbage, right? Cabbage or kale. You juice it. You mix it with water. Mix it with a bunch of salt. Then let it ferment for 3 days. And all it does is give you violent diarrhea. And the idiot who created this nonsense claims it'll regrow limbs, cure cancer, autism, and homosexuality. You know, she's cuckoo bananas. She'd probably try to sue me if she saw this, because she always threatens to sue people, but I don't have any money. And besides, she's cuckoo bananas. You know, and anti-vaxxers actually give this crap that causes violent diarrhea, dehydration, and in many cases, death. People have died from drinking this stuff. They give it to their kids, they give it to their pets. So, yeah. Tick off an anti-vaxxer. Eat GMOs while getting your COVID-19 vaccine. And no, the vaccine has not been rushed. I'm going to end it on this. The vaccine has not been rushed. There are multiple strains of coronavirus. That's why it's called COVID-19. And they've been working on a general vaccine for it for over 10 years. The only reason why they've been able to get one out so fast is, one, they've already been working on one for a long time. It was for general, not just for COVID-19. It was for a whole bunch of different forms of COVID. And two, a lot of money was thrown into the research. And the more money you have, the easier and quicker research can be done safely. So the vaccine is not rushed. The vaccine is not rushed. Go get your COVID-19 vaccine. As long as you're not not immunocompromised or have cancer or something like that. A legitimate reason not to be vaccinated. Because it's not rushed. It's not rushed. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.